right, everybody, we're out here in the garden and we're going to plant some tomatoes. Just wanted to show you what I'm doing with these tall, lanky tomatoes. So we've got our string line here to keep our row straight. We've got our measuring tape so we can get them at the right spot. My next one's going at 102 because we're doing them every 3 feet. So I've dug a trench, not just a hole, and I'm going to show you why. So let me just show you here. So we've got, you can see that, but we've got a trench dug, which is kind of deep at the one end, a little deeper at the one end. So these tomatoes have been sitting in the pots for quite a long time. As you can see, they're tall and lanky, bit of a mess, and we want to get these in the ground and let them have some success. We're going to add to the bottom of the, give them a little boost with some bone meal and some, the name of it always, I will put it in the captions below what's in it, but there is, it's just some organic amendments just to help the roots grow and to give it some little bit of a boost in success. So I'm going to take that first, put it in the bottom here, and excuse me, so we've got this long lanky tomato. There's a couple ways to do this. One, you could just put it in the ground, have it where it is, but if you do that, it's not going to be as successful. You want a lot more roots. So the more of this stem that I can get in the ground, the more root system that this tomato is going to produce. So what I want to do is get as much of it in the ground as possible. Unfortunately, because it's so tall, it's going to be hard because I can't dig a hole. Digging a hole that deep is going to take a lot of time and effort that I just don't have. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it on its side in the trench. I'm probably going to end up taking off these 2 bottom ones, and just this top part is going to show above the ground when we're finished. So let's give it a try. When I do plant tomatoes, I almost always take off those bottom leaves because they're gonna leave a chance to produce more roots, and more roots equals more fruit. So I've got this laid down in the trench. I'm gonna see, you can see it here. You can see me. So this is a bit of a mess, this video. Anyway, it's laid down in the trench. Here it is, it's laid down in the trench. I want it to end up at that 102 feet. So what I'm gonna do is you can actually take your tomato plant and you can bend it without breaking it. Just make sure you're really careful. If you bend it like this, and then you put the soil to hold it in place, it's going to be fine. And it'll grow roots on that part that's underneath the ground, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to put this in. I want it to end up at the 102, which is right here. I'm going to drop some soil down to hold it in place so that I can trim. Okay. Just be really careful you don't break it, and just hold that where you want it, right at 102 feet. Okay, so what we put in there was bone meal and gypsum. So this is our tomato plant now. It's all buried in. It's looking very good. You see how we've used the string line so we can keep our rows nice and straight. We've got our measuring tape so we can get it at the right spacing, 3 feet apart. You see we've been doing the whole row like this. Here's a cute dog for you. He thinks he should be gardening with me. He's just a bit of a nuisance, but that's fine. It keeps me company. Yeah, so all the way down, we've got our string line, we've got our measuring tape, and then when you come along and you just want to give it a tight pull when you're measuring, just to make sure that it's exactly where you want it. And that's where we're at today in the garden, finally getting something in. It is July, let me think now, July 14, I think, Tuesday, 15th, 13, 14, yeah, it's the 15th today, July 15th, 2025. And there you got it, first row. I actually was able to put in the blackberries yesterday. Let me take a walk down the row here and see them. Another handy tip I'll show you when we get down here for your mapping out of your garden. So we put all those stakes in, and then I just numbered them. So just get a black Sharpie and just number all your stakes so that you won't make a mistake going forward. And all the way along the edge, we've got our blackberries. There you go. Well, have a nice day from George and me. Okay, I kind of messed up in that last part, so I'm going to try and show you this again. We're now going to be at 105 is where we want to end up. So this is another lanky, big lanky tomato plant that needs to go in the ground sideways. Like I was saying, we're going to lay it in. It's going to lay in there like this, and then we're going to bend it up. So I'm going to attempt to do this one-handed, which should be interesting. So first thing is we got to get this out of the pot. There we go. Set it to the side. We're going to put those amendments in. Bottom. And then we're just going to take this and we're going to lay it in on its side. So you see it's down there in the trench, it's laying in its side. The plant is sprawling over here. I've got my measuring tape. I want to end up at 105. So we need to do a little bend. Put this guy on the other side of the string. And we're just going to gently be right about here. Right about here. So you see how I'm just giving it a gentle bend without breaking it. And I'm going to hold it in place, and then I'm going to put the soil on it to keep it there. And then we'll bury the whole thing in, and that's how you do it. There you go. So here it is. We've still got the roots are here. I put some soil to hold that in place. I'm going to cut off these ones here. They can become roots. I'm just going to throw them in there for extra nourishment in the soil. Scissors are not that great. All right, cut all those bottom ones off. And I always think people baby tomatoes a little bit much. They're really just a weed. I mean, they are so forgiving. They grow these little tomato plants in there in between, and you can pull those off and put them in water and start another tomato plant. I mean, you can haircut them and they just keep on growing. They're pretty resilient, so don't get yourself too worked up about it. So now, like I said before, just gonna pull that dirt in, get everything covered up. All the way here. There. And now we've got this nice little tomato plant. It's on my string line. It's at 105 feet, which is where I wanted it. And it's got the possibility of growing lots more healthy roots. See you next time from Johnny's Goods.